Good morning, Saints. I come out here today because it's really nice weather out here today. Plus, there's some things I want my nephew to do. I'm talking to him at the same time I'm trying to talk to you all. But when I was a little girl, how old was I? But anyway, my grandma, the one we call grandma, was my daddy's dad. And she used to take us to Lily of the Valley Church. And I just think about them old days and what's going on now and how things were and how they could have been as we as a country come together and care for people of color and the poor. You know, we sung songs like, Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. And you know, back then, our elders, they sang those songs really slow. You had no choice to listen and understand the full meaning of what that song meant to them. And I just think about all the times that the Lord has given me grace. I think back on them. Now, we think about the petty stuff we went through as African Americans, blacks, colored, Negroes, but think about the people before them, what they went through. When they were having their whole towns raided, bombed, ravished, just killing people for the killing. And then to pose with the carcasses of our dead ancestors. Just makes me think back. When Trump held that Bible up and he posed with it, it just brought back all these memories. I was born in 56, but the 1956. But the memories of the 60s were horribly ingrained in my mind to never forget. And I think that's why I went through this world knowing I was somebody who would not let you make me feel any less than I was. I worked hard to get where I had gotten. To only be disrespected by people. Some people say just walk away. Well, that was the rule in the black community. They don't want to admit it. But we were just taught to take it, be happy we had a job, Be happy they let us in their schools. Be happy we could go to their parks. Be happy we could just go to their entertainment locations. We were to be quiet. And I'm thinking about that song that used to say, you know, I don't be knowing all the words right now because my brain, I know it when I'm sitting there dialyzing quiet in my chair and I just start singing these old songs. Do y'all remember that one says, I'm climbing up the yonder to be with my Lord. Now that was a big song to me. It's like climbing up the yonder. It's like some of them would rather, I guess, do what it takes to be with the Lord than and live a long life than to possibly be killed by a white racist, a cop, a sheriff. It just, I understand black on black crime now. I really fully understand it. You take a group of people and you put them in a depressed neighborhood with no help in sight, and frustration building. Why can't it be better? Why don't somebody come here and help us? We go to work every day for $7 and something cents, and nobody see fit to come into this neighborhood and help us prosper like those on Black Wall Street. We lost everything. Every group of people, the Japanese in internment camps, the Chinese people who were killed, who were brought here to build train tracks, and others were all received monetary reparations. Let me tell you what they gave the black people that most people don't tell you about. They gave us an island off the coast of, I think it's South Carolina. I think there's a lot of black people still living on that island. So when we got our freedom, to stay free and have no problems, our ancestors were to move to that island. They were given no help, no money to survive, just the island. So when you hear people saying, where are our reparations? That question is valid. So this is what I think our reparations should be. Number one, you should stop closing our schools and rebuild them. You should stop the ceilings from leaking. You should get us the newest books, newest chairs, all the tools and resources needed for our teachers to help us grow up. Because education in the black community is the only out. Everybody knows that. You should do a better job of helping us getting GEDs when we drop out because we gave up. We couldn't take it anymore. We live in a crummy neighborhood. We go to a crummy school. We eat crummy food. So how do you expect people to act when you treat them like animals? You call us animals because you know in your mind that's what you treat us like. So just so much on my mind today. Another way you could help us. Go to these banks, loan companies, or form one yourself and give us a comparable rate to buy a house. That's what you could do for us. You want to give us reparations? That's what we should demand. Also, remember you gave us 40 acres and a mule? Well, it was on that damn island. We want our 40 acres now. You can keep that damn mule, but we want our 40 acres. That's how you could repay us. How are you going to round up every enslaved person in the millions in the United States and put them on that one dang blasted island? Well, I'm sitting out here because I love to hear the birds sing. And I'm just getting this off my chest. There's too much going on, people. And too many racist white people coming on my page saying some racist things. And I don't appreciate it. But I give you the right to have free speech on my page until you become derogatory of me. That's where I draw the line. In all these years I've had a Facebook page, I've only blocked 2 white men. I blocked 1 on LinkedIn. That's it. 3 people in all this time of social media. Because I believe in free speech. But once you try to be derogatory toward me, I will come after your ass. I'm telling you now. And I will intellectually beat you down. I'm not going to curse you like you curse me. But I will beat you down till you have some common sense. I put on there yesterday the difference between a liberal and a leftist. Y'all need to go to my page and see that. You need to see the difference between the one that will fight for what they want and the one that will accept meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting and nothing gets happened. Things are happening now, but they're not enough, people. I am just frustrated right now. As you can see, my voice is going up. I'm going to try to bring it back. Can you imagine our people so frustrated that when they sang this song, they cried out to the Lord? Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. That's why Harriet Tubman used that song. Every time she sneaked back to the South, she'd go on a plantation and she'd start singing that song. That song means the Underground Railroad was about to be going now. And if you wanted to be on this railroad, you need to come on. And then there were little signs along the way. The white people had certain blankets. They had that black man with the little lantern. They had all kind of places that told you where you could change horses, where you could get food, where you could sleep in the top of their barns, where you could sleep in their attic on your way to Canada. Not the North, people. Look up our history. Canada. Some came back. The most went to Canada. You can look up what parts. You can look up about the Underground Railroad, and you can look about the people. Look up about the people who helped us and the signs and symbols that helped them keep going. Now, Harriet had one rule. If you start with me, you're going all the way. If you decide you want to turn back, she was going to shoot you in the head. And in some cases, she did. Because now you know our route. She had to do what she had to do. Oh, now some of y'all going to come with these side-ass talks about, oh, she was a murderer. See, that's why I can't talk to some white people about our history, because they twist it. They misrepresent what the conversation is about. And then some who are my friends are very intelligent and can have a discussion. I just hate to say it, but those with more education and are learners and willing to look things up are more apt to have an excellent conversation with you. But then again, there's still some who are learned, got a lot of education, and they still stupid as hell. Oh, well, the bird's telling me to calm down. Well, anyway, so I've shared some of the things that have happened to me. And I've shared how, in most instances, I handled it with love. Even though they were ignorant, I handled it with love because I was convicted by the Lord. In some instances, I just had to shout and get downright loud for you to hear me. You are not listening to us, and so sometimes we got to shout. Now let's talk about those people who were looting. Oh, the white people and Trump really thought they had something to say negative about us again. Huh? I posted a video that told you there were three types of looters. Three types of protesters. Those who come out to peacefully protest because they believe in the issue and think a change needs to come. Those who are opportunists who just going to go in and get anything they want after the windows have been burst down. Not because they need it, because it's an opportunity that's available to them. And then you got those who just act a goddamn gummit fool. Oh, the president tried to blame it on Antifa. Look up what ANTIFF stand for. They are anti-fascist. Look where it began, in Germany. Who was it? It was white people from the group Boogaloo. Look that up. Boogaloo. BOOGOLOO. They were the ones who were causing all the damage and acting a fool and inciting riots. When you have lived in the conditions that some of us have lived, you are at a point where you can be easily incited to riot because you're frustrated, you're angry, you're tired. And then they say, oh, we just like to collect welfare. How many people can live on welfare now with the rent being $800 to $1,200 a month in our neighborhoods? You just don't give a blank. You could just say those things to make you feel good. Oh, these bees and stuff out here is killing me. I'm just sick of this. I'm sick of y'all coming up with these silly ass excuses that we are welfare people. My parents never were on welfare. We may have bought from other people who had the welfare products, but never, no matter how poor we were, because my parents always had a job or two or three or four to keep us fed and clothed. So don't come on my page telling me no bull crap about most of us on welfare. You a lie. Look up our history and see. Even in the 60s, the educated people like me who have done good, as they call it, to make my family feel proud of me. That was the goal of black people all my life. And you look up the people who are shooting people with the black on black crime. Silly things. Silly things. They ain't shooters by nature. Most of the time it wasn't even their gun. You're just ignorant, god dang blasted. Look it up. Me and my one-arm glasses, y'all making me make my glasses fall almost off my face. But I'm just sick of the ignorance around people. But I'm pissed at the state of Texas because they buy the most books. They determine what goes in the history books. You people are ignorant because of the state of Texas. You need to get on that shit right now and change the history in books. Read the book about the Mexican who came here, very highly educated, and you made him go back to college because you didn't accept his college degrees and all the Hispanic people he taught. Look him up. Look up the Cubans who crossed in these rinky boats just to find peace for their families and how they encouraged them to go to school. America said if you could get from that island to the shore of Florida, you automatically an American. Did you know that? That's why a lot of them risked their lives. But America was wrong for that. Why didn't they just put a ship outside the border of Cuba and let people just come to the ship and then take them over safely? No, we're a cruel-ass country. That's why. The biggest thing in a minority family is education. So you won't be having to go back home. But now you got white kids that got to go back home with their families because everything is too high. They get laid off. Oh, it's a little bit of a concern to you, but not enough for you to do anything about it. You vote for the same racist people, cruel people, indignant people, careless people, year after year after year after year, and every 4 years. No way this idiot should have got in office. He has no clue of America's history. He has no clue of judicial procedures. He has no clue of how to be presidential. Let's tell the truth, people. You know I'm telling the truth. Oh, but the economy is doing good. Yeah, last week we had 1 million people apply for unemployment. You don't think there were some white people in there? Then you're more ignorant than what I thought. Let me finish my rant on this horse. It's a lot of things you don't know, people. But if you want a peaceful America, you need to look up the harsh things that have happened in America and the positive things that have happened in America to minorities and by minorities. We have done some wonderful things, and we have taken our time to show our people different pages, web pages, to give them what they need to know they are somebody. And you have nerve enough to spit on us? That woman, it was a Filipino woman. She slapped her. I'm going to tell you, in the black community, you don't spit on people. I'd have had that itch on the ground, and they would be taking me off in a paddy wagon. No, they wouldn't, because they'd have just shot me. They'd have been scared of me. Oh, 5'6" black woman, 200-something pounds. She scared me. The scared ass. Ooh, I don't even know what to call y'all. Y'all know they have trained these police unions. You want to know why we mad at them? They train their officers to say they scared of us. Now, minority officers are coming out talking about they had to get so many black people in jail so the jails can make money and then get them tried and send them to prison so those people can make money per month. Did you know that? Yeah, you knew it, but you didn't care. So I'm sitting out here getting all this off my chest. Now you go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/JaniceIsbell, JaniceIsbell, and you will see some of the things that you need to learn. Also, check my albums. I put a lot of albums out there to educate you all, and you don't read any of them. I have a page called Celebrating, a Facebook page called Celebrating Diversity in the United States of America. Good, bad, and bad. Go look out there and see what happened to people. Man, after Pearl Harbor, they took all the wealth of Japanese people and put them in internment camps. Okay, I didn't mention that, didn't I? So I'm going to leave it alone. Well, I'm out here sweating. It's cool under this tree, though, I tell you that. But there's a lot of humidity out here. Ooh, that was a good breeze just went by. You see that? I enjoyed that. Oh, yeah. Come on, Lord. Put it on my face. He knows when to touch me. He knows when to touch me. Now, let's talk to my brothers and sisters. Why we want the statues down? The memories are hard. They don't see me as bad, so they want them up. But if I murdered one of your sons or raped one of your sons, would you want my statue downtown for you to see every day you walk by? If I took one of your sons as my, can't say mistress, but you know what I mean, mistress, whatever, would you want a picture, a picture of me or a statue of me downtown? My people came from, I have my DNA. I think I even put that out there on my page. My DNA, Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya. I got so many places I've come from. Because you separated the children of the slaves from their parents, I guess they fell in love with people, blacks of other countries. But the story you don't tell, and that should be told, is all the slaves that were taken to America were of high rank. They were kings and queens in Africa. So you say, well, black Africans sold slaves to us, but you didn't understand the custom in Africa at that time. The custom says you take those slaves, you have them work the land for you or whatever work you needed them to do, and once the time was up, you bring them back. But no, you went and bought some more damn boats and came over here, stole our people and auctioned us off like property. You need to look that up when you say black Africans sold black slaves. Well, that's enough for me. This is too much. Okay. Jesus on the main line. Tell him what you want. I say, Jesus on the main line. Tell him what you want. Jesus on the main line. Tell him what you want. Lord, you just call him up and tell him what you want. Peace is flowing like a river, flowing out to you and me. Are you going to accept it? Are you going to accept that peace? Stop criticizing the wrong thing and join the causes. Plus, I didn't even talk about them babies in them cages at the border that Trump put them people in them cages, separated them from their parents, took the babies and let them be adopted by white people on the East Coast and all over the United States. What kind of issue is that? Well, I got to come up with another church song so I can calm down. Glory, glory. Hallelujah. Since I've laid my burdens down. Glory, glory. Hallelujah. Since I've laid my burdens down. Now, I know this is a rocket video, but please try to listen to it all. And I apologize, but got a little caught up there. I got caught up. Amen. Amen. Peace be with you. Let the Spirit of the Lord fill your heart. If it's hardened, let it dig it up until it's fertile and plant some seeds of love in it. Amen.